The oil and gas industry surges past cows as the top U.S. methane emitter. In 2012, cows overtook the oil and gas industry as the largest methane emitters. Now, bovine emissions have fallen back to second place. According to U.S. EPA's greenhouse gas inventory, in 2013, emissions of methane, a potent greenhouse gas and the primary component of natural gas, from the oil and gas sector rose to the top spot. That's despite fewer wells being drilled that year.
So you'll see that there's been water collecting around the wellhead. That's probably snow melt or rainwater. And that bubbling you see is methane gas that's leaking outside the well, coming up into that water, and it looks like it's boiling the water, but it's just gas, like fizz in your fizzy soda drink. And that's methane going into the atmosphere. But it's also going through the groundwater table.
Now, a nearby Southern California gas company natural gas well began leaking at a rate of 110,000 pounds an hour.
Now, if you think that sounds like a lot, you're right. That's a lot.
Yes.
This infrared video shows gas rolling off the top of a nearby ridge down into the community of Porter Ranch. It was shot by a law firm representing several homeowners who are now filing lawsuits against Southern California's gas utility company. Matt Pacuco bought his first home in the Porter Ranch community 8 years ago because of the scenic views and his ability to work from home as a music producer.
I can't work in here, I can't breathe in here sometimes. When that wind blows off that hill, comes down that fireplace, the gas comes in here, I can't work.
The leak started in October. So far, more than 6,500 families have filed for help, but only 2,200 have been relocated. The state agency that monitors air quality estimates nearly 70,000 pounds of gas is being released every hour. That's roughly a quarter of the methane emissions in California.
If you release enough of the gas, the methane that's in that gas, into the atmosphere, then gas can be dirtier than coal.
Worse than coal?
Absolutely. If you emit more than about 3% of it, then gas actually is worse than coal if you're making electricity.
Studies have found alarming levels of methane emissions from coal seam gas development.
If we see what's going on over in the United States, where there's been some serious research, some serious effort to measure methane emissions from unconventional gas production, we're talking about figures such as 4%, 7%, even up to 30% in some cases.
This boiling river has sparked huge debate. When it erupted a few years ago, industry claimed it was naturally occurring, but many locals say they'd never seen anything like it before coal seam gas mining.
Sometimes a picture says 1,000 words. Have a look at this. The Condamine River in southwest Queensland on fire. The fracking just a kilometre away, methane coming up, and now the river is alight. Unbelievable. The most incredible thing I've seen, a tragedy in the Murray-Darling Basin.
If you're fortunate, the gas ends up coming into your well that you've drilled. But what's to stop it from going off and just bubbling up out of the earth elsewhere?
Nothing to worry about here. Everybody look away. Well, then they did actual tests. The tests had found that hydrogen sulfide levels of 183 parts per billion, 6 times the state standard for a chemical that can be poisonous. 6 times the rate at which it could be poisonous.
Yeah, but don't worry, Cenk. It's not going to cause any long-term ailments. Just short-term. Short-term nosebleeds, vomiting, nausea, headaches, it's no long-term issues. Look, I'm not an expert, I'm not a health expert, but typically when a company involved in a terrible environmental and health issue like this will tend to lie. They lie. They're not going to tell you the truth about what the ramifications are going to be, especially to your health. We've seen this time and time again. I don't want to worry anyone, but anyone living in the area should definitely evacuate. They should definitely leave, and a lot of families have done that so far.